Well, speaking of fitting the bill, Sheila Jackson, nasty Miss Sheila Jackson is pushing for reparations. She had a hearing up there on the Hill. She's calling for measures to address America's original sin, which is slavery. Yet, not one Democrat took credit for their party being responsible for blacks being in slavery because they were the ones that did not want it to end.
Yes. And during the hearing, during that hearing, they scaled over all of that. But Gomer,
they cherry picked.
It. But Mr. Gomer, oh my God, he broke some things down. Well, I don't see this, but we know that this is the Democrats. I don't see this, but we know that this is the Democrats.
Right.
And do you know they got upset? He basically broke their history down in his 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And the Democrats got so upset about that. But this is the reason why they're trying to erase their history with the statues, removing of the statues.
Remove the statues, disrespect the flag. They want to erase their history. But we shall never let them forget about their racist past and their racist history. They don't get to buy my silence. No. You can't silence me. And I want you all to look at all of this here. They're pushing for reparations. They are exploiting the pain of black people and the pain of our ancestors.
That's right.
You're telling me that who do you want paying for these reparations? Because our ancestors were slaves.
Right.
So now me as a black person, do I have to have my tax dollars have to go and pay for those reparations? All white people, I want y'all to understand this here. All white people did not own slaves. Slavery was mostly done in the South. And most of the owners of slaves, I said most of them, worked in the legislature, somewhere in government, because they were the one that put these laws in place. See, after slavery, they brought on the KKK. Then they brought on the Jim Crow Day. Okay, I want you all to understand that. Not only that, I thought about it a little bit more. Okay. So let's take it back. When I look at the black African that sold black people into slavery. So what about that? What about the black people that had slaves?
What about that?
I am tired of these black elitists trying to exploit the pain of black people, playing the race card every chance they get. Go ahead.
What about the right Republican that died and fought to free slaves?
What about everybody that fought in the war?
That's right.
Now
there was black and white that fought, but we're talking about black and white because black people supposedly slaves. But what about the white people that fought to free the slaves?
That's right. What about that?
Yeah.
So you all, they listen, you all, again, a scheme and a scam. Now, this H.R. 40 bill, what they want to do is set up a commission to study and develop a response to the question of reparation of slavery. Well, my thing is, why do you need to study slavery? Your party should know how you treated black people in this country.
The
Democratic Party treated black people nasty in this country, and they still treat them nasty today in this country undercoverly. How do you think they know how to play the race card so beautifully, so excellent?
Brilliantly.
Because this is what they do. And then you got you other black folks out there that's unlearned falling for this. You know darn well if Miss Sheila Jackson and all the rest of her cronies up there set up some kind of commission to study this slavery and reparations, it ain't gonna ever be no reparations. Because all they gonna do is use our tax dollars to fund this commission, and somebody gonna be stealing. When the deal is done, the commission done ran out of money because they done stole it. And ain't nothing being pushed.
And
if they really wanted to push for reparation, Obama was up there for 8 years.
8 years.
They had the House and the Senate, I believe, for 4. Why didn't you push it then?
Why?
Get out of my face.
And one more thing, let me address this here before we go on with Sheila Jackson. They keep coming back talking about there was a switch. Well, where there was a switch, there's no date of the switch, no year of the switch, no era of the switch. But I do have one question.
What?
If it was a switch, why are black folks still broke?
That's right. If the Democrat Party said they switch alliance, where those Democrats back then are now Republicans, and those Republicans back then are now Democrats, then why are Democrats still broke? Why are black people still broke?
Please get out of here with that mess. See, that was the little hoop lie that the wolf that they try to put over our eyes.
But I want you to understand though, Silk. Biden just said he reached across the aisle to work with segregationists. Thank you for saying the word.
Segregationists.
Okay. And he didn't have to reach far. They was in his party.
Right.
Them wasn't Republican. Them were Democrats in his party.
Right.
So Biden, when did they switch? Because Biden is still in the party too.
That's right. Yes.
Oh, you know what? Y'all want to play the race card? You're going to get enough about doing that.
Y'all going to get enough about that.
Because you know what? People are smart. People ain't ignorant.
No.
People ain't ignorant.
They're not ignorant. And then what they do is they push these black people, like the CBC, what are they? The Congressional Black Caucus?
The Congressional Black Caucus.
Put them there as so-called leaders and keep dangling that in your face, and then take and pull you back to something that happened 1965.
That's right.
We're gonna go back, and then they bring out John Lewis
because he got hit.
He got hit in the head. That he got to be the damn. What did I not say something right?
No,
I'm not going too far because I got to tell the truth.
They
dangle his ass out there for him to say, "Oh," like he's singing the old Negro spiritual.
Well, I think we are all. I'm laughing because we're tired of it. We are not in the '60s no more.
That's right.
I want you all to understand that black people traditionally voted Republican. Then I think it was the Great Depression or something that happened.
Yeah,
and listen. When people started giving away free, black people went to the free.
That was the switch.
But that was the switch.
Whenever black people switched from Republican to Democrats because they fell for the okie doke.
And all they doing is giving you a little bit, give you enough to keep you quiet, not enough to make a difference.
And then when I look at a lot of black people, they are upset. We can't get this. We can't have that. White people have more than us, but you keep voting for the same system that keep keeping your black behind stuff.
Look at all of the foolishness that they pushing.
Yes.
We gonna give everybody free education. But Master, he didn't want you to have no education. And what little you learned, he gave it to you for free. And it was very, very little and very minute. I don't need any of these liberals that's running, especially these white liberals, telling me what I can think, what I need to learn.
Nope.
I don't need you doing that for me.
No.
Don't
need that.
Get out of my way and put some opportunities in place, and we can make our own way. Because black people are not victims. When I see these people pushing this foolishness, you acting as though we victims, and like we need a little this here. You gave us projects. Turn that into the hood. Okay, you see
straight.
Now you're going to take and you're going to give us another project with some reparations. You know darn well everybody ain't going to get no check. And what you going to do, you're going to start pumping our tax dollars into all of these organizations for you all to rip them off.
Skim from the top while nobody get nothing at the bottom.
That's right. That's what you all go do. And black people, y'all need to wake up and stop being hoodwinked and used by other black people. But there's modern day slavery going on.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Lord, let my voice clear. You know, when I travel so much, you all, I have to really go rest my voice. There is something what we see is we call it modern day slavery. Anytime you have them with that border wide open and you have these people, an influx of people coming up over here, and you have human trafficking going on, and you Congress can solve it in 5 minutes and won't do that. Modern day slavery. You got these black elitists trying to exploit the pain of black people, keep us stuck in the 60s, and we wasn't even born in the 60s. Modern day slavery. They trying to control your mind and keep you only in this box. Because if you dare think outside the box, it's a problem. It's a problem. Because you got to be right here. Then they've taken you. You can only be but so much.
This is all you
in
can
this
obtain.
country. So you got the black so-called leaders. They up here, but your black behind gonna be right here fooling with them. I see some slave masters. Some of them are black. On that Democrat plantation. That's what it is, boo. Surely see it.
Yep. So and then they started talking about the wealth gap.
Well, here's the deal.
The wealth gap
if
between
you
black people and white people.
But if Miss Sheila Jackson was really concerned about the wealth gap, we were just up there on the Hill a year ago talking about our freedom of speech and how they were silencing us and pulled our platform from up under us. And she said nothing about that. She was so worried about a reimbursement instead of getting to the point on why we were up there. She's not concerned about the wealth gap. She's only concerned about talking about it, keeping it going so she can have something to talk about. But she ain't concerned about solving no problems.
No, because when those platforms pulled our wealth from us, I didn't hear nothing come from Sheila Jackson's mouth.
She didn't. All she wanted to know, she couldn't get her. She tried to entrap us. Is what she tried to do.
Yes.
She ain't nothing but a liar, and the truth ain't in her.
$1,000,000 instead of these people pulling our wealth.
She was unconcerned about that, and we are two black conservative women.
That's right.
So if we got some slave drivers and some slave masters, we got some black ones sitting right up there in Congress too. All of you ain't doing nothing but trying to steal our tax dollars. Watch them. Watch every last one of them. If you pay money into this system, and it ain't government money, it's American tax dollars is what it is.
That's right.
That's why you don't get to misuse and abuse that money, because we have to pay that into the system.
That's right.
Talking about
and one more critical
Go ahead,
thing.
girl. What's the
I noticed that there was a lot of black people in the audience pushing for reparations. But you're pushing for reparations and you're voting for the same party that had your ancestors enslaved.
That's right.
So
had them enslaved.
It's not making sense.
It's not making sense, because you know why?
Why?
Because people, especially black people, and I got to talk about us, because to enlighten you and wake you up. You all are so stuck in a box when you need to face reality. You got those black elitists up there in Congress cherry picking and choosing what history to use. In order to feed this narrative about reparations
and connect to you emotionally,
right? When they need to tell the naked, nasty, low down, gutter written truth about slavery, how it started. Okay, they need to tell the truth, but they want to cherry pick. No, the Democrat Party didn't do this. Oh, the Democrat Party didn't do that. Oh, but there was slavery. Was slavery bad? You damn straight it was. I think it's bad when we have human trafficking going on at the border, but you got Congressman, woman, AOC, and the rest of them looking the other way. Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, like they don't see nothing. That's modern day slavery.
But they concerned about women.
Right. That's what I call the modern day slavery today.
That's right.
Was it wrong? But here's the deal. We were all dealt the same hand when we got here.
That's right.
Where your ass? Have you ever been in slavery? Then go somewhere and sit down. Nobody paying you no reparations. Here's a recommendation. No reparations for nobody. How about you all get out the way? Let our president continue to create opportunities where people can pull themselves up by their bootstraps. And even if they don't have bootstraps, they can catch a hold of something out there and create a business. Go get them a good job where they can raise their children, send their children to school. How about we do that? So you know we was on Waters World talking about it. You got the clip?
I have a clip. You want me to show the clip?
Show it, y'all. Go ahead and show it.
Well, I mean, hold on one second. All right, there it is.
Here we go.
Think about all the white Americans' fathers in the North that died freeing the slaves. Are they entitled to anything? I just think it's going to make things worse, not better. How do you ladies see it?
Well, it is going to make things worse. You have to understand that these black elitists up there in Congress are trying to exploit the pain of black people and exploit the pain of our ancestors. That's number one. And number two, they want to dissect history and cherry pick what they can use and what they can't use. But remember, it was the black African that sold black people into slavery.
That's right.
So they were the ones that started it. And when we talk about reparations, so I have a history. We have ancestors that were slaves. So do my taxpayer dollars have to pay into the reparations? Are you going to make all white people pay for the reparations? What about the black people that own slaves?
That's right.
You know, when I hear them say that they want to start a committee or a commission to study slavery, all these black elitists want to do is rip off taxpayers' dollars is what they're trying to do, and not going to do anything. I am not for reparations. We were all dealt the same hand when we got here. Let's start uniting us based on the fact that we are Americans instead of them constantly dividing us based on the fact that of our race. I don't like that.
It's all a scam, Jesse. It's all a scheme and another scam, just like the projects. This is just another project to take and exploit black people, and that's all it is.
And appease them, and when they know darn well that black people ain't gonna be getting no money.
That's right.
We don't need your handouts. You know what, Jesse? They can keep their handouts.
That's right.
Because they don't get to buy my silence. We will never let the Democrat Party forget that they are the party of KKK, the party of Jim Crow, the party of segregation.
That's right.
All of the stuff that the atrocities that have been bestowed on black people, the Democratic Party have done it. Even those black elitists sitting up there have gone along with it.
That's right. It's amazing how the ladies up there are concerned about the wealth gap. But when you have Diamond and Silk that was right up there on the hill, and you had Sheila Jackson concerned about our wealth as black women, about a measly $1,000-some as black women. I think it's a shame. I think they need to be called out, and I think that black people need to wake up and stop being used like a tool.
That's right.
All right, well, listen, we had a lot of other topics slated to go, but you...
Wow, we told them.
Yes.
No, I mean, listen, right is right, wrong is wrong.
That's right.
And the one thing that you're going to learn about Diamond and Silk, we got to tell the naked, nasty truth about it and what's really going on.
We got to tell it.
You got people, a set of people, they not all concerned about the wealth gap. No. They're not all concerned about us being Americans together. A lot of these people are trying to destroy the country and put us against each other.
Yep.
If they bring in that reparations foolishness, listen, it is going to divide our country. It's going to put black people against white people, and I don't like it.
That's right.